Good morning, everybody. Rise and shine. We're back on Eastern Island time right here at Tiki Man Radio, TikiManRadio.com, your coastal Americana radio network. Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B. Happy Monday to you, everybody. Woo! All right, let's get this show on the road. Good morning, everybody. Rise and shine. We're back on Eastern Island time right here at Tiki Man Radio.
Michelle here at the Beachy Show Hideaway. We're
There's Michelle in the background there. Hold on a minute here. Let's see here. Let me disable those commercials there. Get over here to my co-host, Johnny B. And
yeah, man. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday.
Good morning to you, brother. How you doing, man?
It's another beautiful Monday. I tell you what, it's a little cool up here, a little snowy, but we're going to be fine, man. We're tuned in with the Tiki Man here on the Coastal Americana Radio Network.
There you go. There you go, man. Johnny, I've had all kinds of issues this morning, man. I got broadcasters saying, hey, man, there's something going on with the app, 15 minutes before the show. And then I had to restart the computer because, I looked down and I can't move between screens and, music on the bay, last minute things they needed me to say, all this stuff, just busy all morning long.
Oh, I know it. I can see it. I know when I come in, I'm in the green room. You can see me. I mean, you can see me. I can, but I can see you.
Okay.
All right, but I can't see myself on screen. So I see you backstage there. You're like running hitherto and yonder.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, do people really realize what goes into a live production here?
No.
Seconds before we go on the air? They don't. They don't.
They have
man,
no
what
idea.
Adrenaline rush. I love it. I absolutely love it, man. It's better than coffee.
Yeah, absolutely. But, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday to you. Welcome to Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B. Starting our second week. And, last week was fantastic. Today we got Jeff Dayton going to be joining us around 12 o'clock today. And so excited to have him on the show this morning and have another fun week hanging out with my buddy Johnny B.
I'll tell you what, every day is another day of fun hanging out with the Tiki Man. No doubt about it. We did it on the road. We do it in the studio. I tell you what, maybe, I don't know. I don't know how you feel about doing this 5 days a week, but right now 3 is pretty cool. I'm having fun,
Yeah.
It's a blast. It's a blast. If anyone out there who has ever worked with Danny knows how much fun he is, he's just a ball of fun, man. I don't know how you keep it going, brother. I just don't know.
Well, we had a good show yesterday and had a lot of people chiming in yesterday. And we did have the girl on, Brooke Fleeman, with the Waterways organization that I've been telling everybody about. And we're going to replay that interview on Wednesday and get everybody caught up on that. And had a great talk with her. I mean, they're doing a fantastic job of just, helping the kids, the next generation, if you will, of people. Keeping the water clean, man. We got to have clean water to live, for God's sakes.
Oh yeah, we watched your show every Sunday, and we're sitting there watching everything. We watched that interview, and my girlfriend Robin had said, it's a great idea if you have a contest. And about a minute or two later, she said, we have contests, and that's what they do at Bethany Beach, where her place is down on Bethany Beach. And they do have these contests where the kids who pick up the most trash in a bag with the heaviest bag, they'll win a gift certificate for like ice cream or pizza or something, but it's a great idea. And they do that at Bethany Beach at the Indian River Inlet.
Yeah. Well, let's take care of our partner and sponsor here, Floating Dock Manufacturing. Floating Docks Manufacturing Company, located in Indianapolis, Indiana, has been in business for over 50 years. Family-owned business constructing dock systems that have endured the test of time with a variety of services from commercial systems, floating platforms and fuel docks, bridges and access walkways, rowing and kayak docks, industrial and pump docks, specializing in custom fabrications, and residential and fishing docks. From your concept to finish, Floating Docks Manufacturing is your experts when it comes to your personal paradise. Floating Docks Manufacturing Company can install new docks or supply you with components for open or covered docks. They specialize in providing their customers with the highest quality products that has been earned by developing effective long-term business relationships. This history of craftsmanship, customer service, stability, and relationship building is what sets Floating Docks Manufacturing Company apart from all the rest. Reach out to them today. Floating Docks Manufacturing. Visit floatingdocks.com or give them a call at 1-800-969-DOC. That's 1-800-969-DOC. It's time to take your dream concept to the next level with Floating Docks Manufacturing Company. That's right. Take your your concept to the next level and get that floating dock built. And not only that, but if you have a dock that's in need of repair, or if it's you've got one that you need parts for, they do that as well. So Floating Docks Manufacturing out of Indianapolis, Indiana. You can reach out to them at 1-800-969-DOCS, or DOC, D-O-C-K.
Docks. There you go. We could use a few up here in Western Maryland. Deep Creek Lake, Cheek Lake, and Lake Habib there, Rocky Gap Casino and Resort. Oh, yeah. We got plenty of water for plenty of docks, and there's more rivers and estuaries and other places that I can't name off the top of my head. There's a lot of lakes up here.
Yeah, I hear that. Ed, the train man, is out there this morning. He's chiming in. He's the one sending me the message this morning. Hey, man, there's a problem with the apps. And I'm like, oh, well, it's just great right before the show. I really appreciate that,
Yeah. We do like the sound check. It adds to the stress. It's better than coffee. Keeps you going, keeps you on your toes. No doubt about it.
But didn't skip a beat, man. Just went on ahead and sent an email over, opened up a ticket, said, listen, you guys work on this. I got a show to do this morning.
Yeah, there you go. That's what tech support's all about. We need our own in-house tech support. A little quicker.
Callie McCool and the student crew is listening in from Antioch High School out in California this morning. The kids will be back tomorrow for their weekly show, a 2-hour special tomorrow, and they're ready to rock and roll. When the kids go on holiday break and all that stuff, then they got to come back, and then there's a week to do the show, and then we get it the following week. So. We're finally having them back on the show, or back having them to do their show tomorrow at noon.
That's great. That is absolutely great. What you're doing for young people, getting them involved in broadcasting if they have an interest, that's absolutely just fantastic. I love it. I'd like to do something like that here, but right now I'm pretty involved with the network. I don't know how you do it all, Danny, but you do it, man. Whatever you're taking, whatever you're drinking, I'll have too.
Well, I was thinking about that yesterday when we were talking to Brooke with the Waterways organization, and I was thinking, because the organizers get together and they have meetings, right? And sometimes they're at a wine place, sometimes they're at a brewery or something like that to have their meetings. And I'm thinking, man, there's got to be a way to work in a reef rum tasting meeting here at the chocolate bar.
Yeah, we see opportunity everywhere. All you got to do is listen. It's like these artists, they're great wordsmiths, and all they have to do is step outside, listen, and look, and it could be a song. So in marketing, and what we do, we look, we listen, and say, hey, you're meeting at a bar. Wait a minute, click, and all of a sudden the light bulb goes off and smoke's coming off the top of our head.
Sure, absolutely. Did you have a good weekend?
Oh, man, loved it. Let's see here. It snowed. It was windy. It was cold. We stayed inside, and I worked in the studio. Do I ever not work? Do we ever get out of these studios?
No.
You come in here to do a little dusting, and then boom, 12 hours later, it's like, man, I still didn't get things done.
Well, we had B-Dog back in the studio yesterday for the Sunday show for the first time in a while, and I was like, man, I've been spending a lot of time in this room.
Oh, yeah. But it's what we love. It's what we do. It's like recording artists, they'll spend 20 hours, 24 hours a day in a studio.
Yeah.
It's our trade. It's what we do. It's like a welder or somebody who's got a shop. That's where you spend most of your time. That's just the way it is.
Absolutely. Well, let's get this day started off right the island way with some positive vibes and get your day started. It may be Monday, but that doesn't necessarily have to be always a bad thing, because you are here with the Tiki Man and Johnny B. And, maybe some time off is in our near future or something. Who knows, But happy Monday to you, everybody.
Traffic was bad, took an hour and a half to get from point A to point B. I reached my limit, the city don't need me in it. Baby, what you say we leave? We've got time coming, no sense running ourselves into the ground. Just wanna sit somewhere in an easy chair and watch the sun go down. Let's take time off, where time takes time off. Get down to what counts, get to our knees. Go to bed early, sleep late, baby. Make love all day, then walk hand in hand on the beach. Let's take time off, what time takes off, and go to work on you and me. I know I've been distant, even resistant to pay you attention lately, baby. I apologize. I don't know why we get caught up in a world so crazy, but my heart knows we've got to go. Wait till we work things out. Ain't nothing that a little bit of loving won't fix. We got to do it right now. Let's take time off, where time takes time off. Get down to what counts, tend to our needs. Go to bed early, sleep late, baby. Make love all day, then walk hand in hand on the beach. Let's take time off, where time takes off, and go to work on you and me. Life is a game that can drive you insane if you let it take control. We've got two hearts full of love for each other that's protected body and soul. Let's take time off, when time takes off, and go to work on you and me. Let's take time off, when time takes time off. Get down to what counts, tend to our needs. Go to bed early, sleep late, baby. Make love all day, then walk hand in hand on the beach. Let's take time off, when time takes off, and go to work on you and me. Let's take time off, when time takes off, and go to work on you and me.
You're listening to Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B on the Coastal Americana Radio Network.
Walking down the street last night in this tourist town, heard a voice inside a bar yelling, "Steve, can we buy you around?" Just one drink turned into two, or was it three? I was ready to leave that bar again when someone yelled, "The next one's on me." It's a mimosa morning. It's too early for beer. Partied way too late last night, and I can't believe I'm here. It's a mimosa morning. It's too early for beer. Need a shot of vitamin C to make my head feel clear. So many bars in this town, hadn't planned to hit them all. One more stop and another shot till the bartender said last call. It's a mimosa morning. It's too early for beer. Partied way too late last night and I can't believe I'm here. It's a mimosa morning. It's too early for beer. Need a shot of vitamin C to make my head feel clear. Now there's a bright light shining on me. Could it be the sun? Just enough time for 2 hours sleep. I feel a hangover coming on. It's a mimosa morning. It's too early for beer. Partied way too late last night and I can't believe I'm here. It's a mimosa morning. It's too early for beer. Need a shot of vitamin C to make my head feel clear. Mimosa morning. Mimosa morning. Everybody raise your drinks and cheer.
That's right. Bring me a mimosa. Somebody in a chocolate bar, bring me a mimosa. I could use that this morning. That'd be fantastic right now.
Mimosa morning.
I see Uncle Alex is down in Boca.
Mimosa morning.
He's packing up the trailer to make his way back up here. And, that was another one this morning, First thing, he sends me an email and he says, "Hey, you sent me an email this morning. It crashed my computer." I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
No, it was a mimosa email.
If somebody sends you an email and it starts out with sad news, it's a scam, okay? And but apparently he screenshot it and sent it to me. Apparently it had my name on it, so I don't know. Maybe there's a scam out there or something now with my name on it. Who knows? I mean, it's been that typical Monday morning, from about 9 o'clock on to 10. It was just one problem right after another.
Oh, man. Well, it's a typical Monday, Danny. That's just the way it goes, We deal with it. There's nothing. We wake up and say, what could possibly go wrong?
That's right.
It is what it is. I did get a spam email the other day from an artist that we both know. It wasn't him, but there was like 5 emails in a row, and I'm like, wow, it must be something important. So I clicked on one. They were Facebook messages, and it was a scam trying to sell me something.
Well, Jason Whitler is listening in from work right now. Shh, don't tell anybody, all right? But if anybody else is kind of interested, maybe if they all got iPads or they got their earbuds on or something and cubicles or something, just tell them to tune in to Tiki Man. Just forget about all that work. Johnny B and Tiki Man. Monday morning. Yeah, so we got a busy week around here. We have the St. Pete Boat Show that Dockside Live is going to be at. I got a booth set up, and I've got a little video we're going to play about that here shortly. But this is your opportunity. If you're going down to the St. Pete Boat Show, this is an opportunity to talk to a representative of the Coastal Americana Radio Network about coming on board and being a sponsor, partner, whatever, for the new network, and we certainly would appreciate that. And then Johnny B and I are going to be doing some interviews on Friday. We're going to be lining that up from the boat show with people at the boat show, so that's going to be kind of cool, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I want to put in my order for 62-foot hatters. Can we make that happen? If I buy the boat, we can get the floating dock, too. We'll just put it right there on the floating dock.
Yeah.
By floating dock manufacturer. As a matter of fact, maybe they need a 62-foot hatters, and we can just go out and do what we do and make everybody happy.
Not too long ago, I don't know, a few years back, I was trying to work out a deal where we could sail from, take a boat and go down, leave Chattanooga and make our way all the way to Key West. Like it was going to take us 3 weeks, maybe a month to get there. But we were going to line up events all the way down. You know, I had a boat company that was going to give us a boat. I had people that was going to go with me, that kind of thing. And it all fell apart in 2020.
Wow. Oh, my God. That's a heck of an idea, Danny.
Yeah.
That really is a great idea. I mean, can you imagine just, you know, the journey lies within and all the people you could have met, you know? Okay, and who's going to run that boat? Was it Captain Tiki, or did you have a professional captain, or is just, you know, the Tiki Man's at the helm? What could possibly go wrong?
Well, I'm a lot of things, but a boat captain I am not, and nor do I claim to be, especially one that big where it, you know, it's got 5 or 6 different hands. Now, I can help out. I can do all that stuff, you know, but, you know, driving the boat from here to Key West for a month was not the goal. You know, I'm the guy. Listen, I'll run the bar down in the cubby hole down here. I'll do radio. I'll kiss the babies along the way. Whatever I got to do, you know. But sign autographs, sell books, whatever, you know.
Right. Yeah, running a boat, no. But what a great time that would have been. Hey, you know, hey, anything's possible, Danny. Anything is possible out there. You never know. It may come back around again.
Well, here we are, the Coastal Americana Radio Network. And we're focused on boating, boat shows, marinas, bringing the beach life or the beach house to the lake house, all that good stuff. You never know. It might be an opportunity for something like that.
Yeah. I mean, what about, big boat wrapped in, you know, Coastal Americana Radio Network.
Sure.
And Floating Docks Manufacturing, you know, big wrap. And let's see if we can make it happen at the boat show. Who knows?
Yeah, we need a boat dealer, right, that wants to promote their boat, and we just wrap it up in Coastal Americana Radio Network and put our logos all over it and go and have some fun and show the boat everywhere we go.
Oh, that would be great. I love that. You know, and I know that boat will be loaded with electronics because we're going to be on board. There's going to be a studio, of course.
Yeah.
And it goes live from the studio aboard what are we going to name that boat?
Well, we had a perfect name for it. We were going to put on the back of it, what could possibly go wrong?
Oh, I like that. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, over.
Yeah.
Do you copy?
And you got to do it in boat terms, too. You can do, what could possibly go wrong? One. You know?
Yeah, run it up on a sandbar. Hello. Yeah, this is what could go possibly wrong. What pop? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, over. Coast Guard. Do you copy? Something went wrong.
Yeah. Oh, man. Do you guys watch any Netflix?
Oh yeah. We're all over Netflix. Why? What's up?
We've been watching Stranger Things. And now it's been out a long time, but the last episode or last season just came out in 2025, and we just discovered it. You know, it's been going on for a long time. Yeah. So 2018 maybe, but it's pretty crazy. It's really kind of cool because the setting is like right in the 80s, right? And so all the cars and everything we grew up with and all that stuff, you know, how people go about their day, you know, no cell phones, all that stuff, you know. So it's kind of cool to watch because, you know, the hippie chicks like it. I had that exact dress. I had that exact shirt. I had, you know, all that kind of stuff, you know. So it's kind of cool.
Well, I tell you what, yeah. You know, speaking of which, the 80s, we were tuned into one of your shows a couple weeks ago. I think it was right before Christmas, and you were showing the like the old time star on the Christmas tree and paneling and stuff like that. And my girlfriend just laughed. She said, "Oh my God, you've got the same star." And look at this place. You know, I bought this place because it reminded me of a cabin in the mountains. It's got wood paneling in it. She said, "Look at this. I should send a picture to Danny of this." And then something came out. I don't know who said it. Like, "Oh my God, I'm living in my grandfather's house." And I'm like, man, I love my little home here. It's like a cabin on the side of the mountain.
Yeah.
This is our home, you know, our home. And but anyhow, that was funny when you said that. But Stranger Things, we haven't watched that in a while. We're really into like production, like The Road, The Voice, America's Got Talent, a lot of theater shows. I just love production and everything that's involved and behind the scenes. I really dig that. And, of course, we live it every day, and, you know, we watch it quite often on Netflix, too.
Well, we've been watching. I'm a big Billy Bob Thornton fan, so over on Paramount Plus, we watch Landman, and as big a fan as I am of Billy Bob Thornton, right? Yeah. The writing style of this season 2 just has irritated the hell out of me every time I watch it, because they make, one episode is about an hour long, and 49 minutes of it is his crazy ex-wife / current wife and his daughter, right? And you can't, they're beautiful women, but you can't get past that because they're so annoying.
Yeah, I've heard you talk about that on the Sunday show.
It's very disappointing.
Yeah, and I hear you. We started watching that a while back, then got distracted and got into other things. But I like Billy Bob Thornton too. He's come a long way.
Oh, yeah.
And back in the early days, I read a little bit recently an article, and he said, in the early days he couldn't even get a part playing a hillbilly in some kind of movie. And he said, instead of hiring me, they said, he said, I have a Southern accent. And he said it wasn't good enough, so they hired somebody from New York with a fake accent to do the role. And I thought, wow, but he's come a long way.
Well, he created that whole Sling Blade thing, right? He wrote it, produced it, starred in it, and that was really the turning point. It was kind of one of those things where you don't want to hire me. Let me show you how to really produce a good hit movie, and it was a hit movie for him. And he went to California. He's in a band. He still has a band.
Really?
Yeah, and a hell of a musician and all that stuff. They have a traveling band that they still have today, and that's really his passion. He went there to play music, and somehow or another got into acting.
Isn't that something? That's you look at these actors, and my girlfriend and I watch all these movies. Robin and I watch them. And you'll see the actors in different movies doing different things. They can dance, they can act, they can play guitar. When you reach that level, and like a lot of the artists we work with, when you reach that level, you can do a lot of things. I mean, in our industry, they play bass, they play guitars, they play piano, and, your whole day is spent around music. But yeah, at that level, so many of like Billy Bob Thornton, he can do so many things, Look at a lot of those Hollywood people. They're out there playing guitar. Who else was doing that? Oh my God, the guy from Flashdance, Kevin Bacon. He's got his band. A lot of people out there do that.
Well, the name of the band, the name of the band is the Box Masters.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to call him and get him on the network.
Yeah, what the hell? Let's get him on the network.
Have our people reach out to his people, and let's see what we can schedule.
I think it's fascinating. All the actors that work with Billy Bob Thornton said that he doesn't do rehearsal, right? He just shows up and does the lines, his style, the way he does it, and that's how he rolls. And which freaks them out, because they spend all weekend trying to get their act together before they show up to get on the set. He just walks in and said, "Okay, who am I acting with today?"
Yeah, it sounds like radio. I love that. Dean Martin did that. Tim Conway from the Carol Burnett Show. Dean Martin. So many of them were just wonderful. Dean used to walk onto the set, and the directors would give him the lines, and he's like, and he goes out and does his thing. And that's what made the show.
Sure.
Was that it was so impromptu. And that's what we do here in radio.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any scripts. I mean, if I had scripts, we'd screw it up.
Since when have we ever done a script?
Well, we can screw it up and be live, so we might as well just do that, and recover from it. But
I like that line of thought.
Yeah, but you are listening to the Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B here on the Coastal Americana Radio Network, streaming live on Dockside Live Radio, Tiki Man Radio, and of course Western Maryland Radio. And we are focused on bringing the beach house to the lake house, bringing the water to you. There's a lot of slogans being thrown around, but it's all about being on the water and being happy. And had a great talk with those guys yesterday with Waterways, and that was an interesting thing. They started out in the Caribbean, and then they made it a national nonprofit organization dedicated to keeping the water clean. So I'm going to get heavily involved with that moving forward, and look forward to replaying that interview on Wednesday on this show.
Oh, I like that. I really do. And that ties in again to why we need the big boat. We can go down the riverways, do our inspections, do our shows, promote their events, and just keep on cruising down to the Caribbean and back. And I guess we'll make it back when we get back.
Yeah. We might have to revisit that whole thing about going down to Key West, or we could go anywhere. We don't have to go to Key West. We can go anywhere and, have some fun with it. But, all right, let me get you some information about this boat show that is going on this week. St. Pete Boat Show. The Coastal Americana Radio Network is headed to St. Petersburg for the Power and Sailboat Show, January 15th through the 18th, 2026, in beautiful St. Pete, Florida. Dockside Live Radio will be there, and there'll be interviews on weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B. There'll be seminars and fishing clinics, on-water boat courses, culinary experiences, and sustainability. You can visit stpeteboatshow.com and sign up today. There you can buy tickets, attend seminars and clinics, book hotels, and get all the information that you need to learn about the St. Petersburg Power and Sailboat Show, presented by Progressive. If you're looking for a new boat, new fishing gear, safety on the water, or just want to have some fun, come out and say hi to the Coastal Americana Radio Network, Dockside Live Radio, and make sure to tune in for Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B, Friday, January the 16th, for exclusive interviews on the Coastal Americana Radio Network. Stop by and say hi and have some fun. Coastal Americana Radio Network, Tiki Man Radio, Dockside Live Radio, and Western Maryland Radio, bringing the water to you.
Heading up to San Francisco for the Labor Day weekend show. I got my hush puppies on. I guess I never was meant for glitter, rock and roll. And honey, I didn't know that I'd be missing you so. But come Monday, it'll be alright. Come Monday, I'll be holding you tight. I spent 4 lonely days in a brown LA haze, and I just want you back by my side. Yes, it's been quite a summer, forecast and westbound plains, and now you're off on vacation. Some things are hard to explain, and it's I love you so. That's the reason we just had to go. But come Monday, it'll be alright. Come Monday, I'll be holding you tight. I spent 4 lonely days in a brown LA haze, and I just want you back by my side. I can't help it, honey, you're that much a part of me now. Remember that night in Montana when they said there'd be no room for I hope you're enjoying the scenery. I know it's pretty out there. Yeah, we can go hiking on Tuesday. With this cane I can walk anywhere. California has worn me quite thin. I just can't wait to see you again. And come Monday, it'll be alright. Come Monday, I'll be holding you tight. I spent 4 lonely days in a brown LA haze, and I just want you back by my side. I spent 4 lonely days in a brown LA haze, and I just want you back by my side. Thank you. Thank you very much. That one's
Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B is streaming live on the Coastal Americana Radio Network, Dockside Live Radio, Western Maryland Radio, and Tiki Man Radio, and streaming live on the Tiki Man Radio YouTube channel. Sit back and enjoy the show.
I'm just a weekend sailor. I got a pontoon on Old Hickory Lake. She ain't a Boston whaler, but that old girl can sure cut a wake. On our way to Party Cove, we'll anchor down and take it slow. Friends and fun and feeling free, that's where I'll always be. Friday to Sunday, me and my crew in the sun. I'm the acting captain of the SS Son of a Gun. Cold beer, hot tunes are all the supplies you need to cruise with me. I'm a weekend sailor. I'm just a weekend sailor, lucky enough to have a good first mate. She can back a trailer and put lotion on that hard to reach place. It doesn't matter what you've got, an old rowboat or a brand new yacht. It beats the grind of the 9 to 5, the days I really come alive. Friday to Sunday, me and my crew in the sun. I'm the acting captain of the SS Son of a Gun. Cold beer, hot tunes are all the supplies you need to cruise with me. I'm a weekend sailor. I'm a weekend sailor. I may not sail around the world, that's alright with me. Weekend sailor is what I am, what I was born to be. Friday to Sunday, me and my crew in the sun. I'm the acting captain of the SS Son of a Gun. Cold beer, hot tunes are all the supplies you need to cruise with me. I'm a weekend sailor. Sunday, I'm a weekend sailor. Wish I could make a living. Sunday,
I think we're all weekend sailors when we get an opportunity to.
weekend sailor.
Brian's like, what the hell? You don't want to come to Key West? Well, listen, we got to get a boat first. Let's get a boat, and then we'll decide where we're going to sail at, Johnny B.
Yeah, that sounds good to me, man. I'm all good with it. I'm looking forward to it someday. You never know, Danny. Anything's possible.
Anything is possible. You know, that's the cool thing about controlling your own destiny a little bit. Like, you can pick and choose what you want to do and quit letting things happen to you. You know, just like this show here, you know, we played a Mac Meadows tune earlier when we started the show called Time Off. And do you remember Sunshine and Big Sexy?
Oh, yeah. I do remember Sunshine and Big
Doug.
Sexy. How's he doing? That's our meteorologist, this Big Sexy, isn't it?
Yeah, meteorologist Doug. That's right. So He has a lot of names, and so we went down to Key West one time, and we drove down. These guys were still living on Anna Marie Island at the time, so we all went down. We stayed in Key Largo. Mac Meadows was playing next door, and so we all went over there, of course, to hang out with him. Had a great time hanging out with him. But there was this video that emerged from that of me dancing with this 80, 90-year-old woman, and she was throwing down, man. She was throwing down. And
I didn't see that. I missed it.
Yeah. Well, I've tried to get it deleted off the internet, so but, it's out there. But we had a good time with Mac Meadows. I've kind of lost touch with him. I've tried to reach out to him several times, and like his social media is not active anymore, or he's got 2 or 3 of them or something, so I don't know if it's really him. And but he was a school teacher down in the Keys, a music teacher, and he was teaching kids how to play and sing, and then singing and playing himself. So just a fascinating guy all the way around.
Wow. Yeah. And man, I tell you what, sounds like a good guy to get on the air.
Mm-hmm.
That would be nice. That would be nice. And I really respect that, teaching young people how to play music and getting involved. And that's where it begins in the early ages. And I've always said that. I love watching these YouTube videos where you have all of a sudden one popped up last night. I forgot the name, but it was a bunch of young kids playing country music. And I got to tell you what, it was amazing. This little kid, they look like 10-year-olds. And he looked like Elvis, and he's playing his country song. I mean, he had the look. And I'm like, this kid's going to go places. He's playing guitar, he's singing with a band that they're all 10-year-olds. And it just blew me away.
That's very cool.
Yeah, that's where it begins.
Let's see here. Does the show include the Big River Life? Life on the Delta, known for the River Pirates. Well, yes. I mean, there's we're all into the pirate stories, that's for sure. I know I've read all kinds of books, and anything to do with pirates that has a little bit of history in it, I've watched it, that's for sure. So that's Callie McCool there. And B-Man says, yeah, we're getting ready to sail to Belize in May. They go on a big sailing cruise thing that they do with 5 or 6 other people, and I think it's trade winds that they go with. And so they're going to do that. They're going for like 2 or 3 weeks at a time, and the goal is for them to meet up with us in the Bahamas when we go down with the Escape to Paradise, and we're trying to make all that happen. So,
wow, that would be totally cool. My girlfriend and I were talking. She's thinking about retiring, not sure about all that, and she hears us on the air, and she's like, "Oh, so we're doing this. Oh, so we're doing that." I don't know. It's radio. Anything's possible, man. We could be on a boat next week to the Caribbean. We just don't know. When you roll with Danny, just be prepared.
That's
you don't
right.
know where you're going to get there, and then you're still not sure where you're going.
That's right. You never know what's going to come out of my crazy head again. That's for sure. And but we try to walk the talk. We don't just talk about going to places. We actually go. And we have a lot of fun, and we want everybody to come along with us. We want our listeners to come along with us, and what separates us from a lot of these other trop rock events, if you will, is that they'll have like 74 trop rock artists playing on a cruise ship or something, and we're just wanting you to have a good time. We want you to have a vacation and to experience the things we write about, the songs we play, what the artists write about and sing about. We want the listeners to go and do that. So that's kind of what separates us. It's not a radio event. It's a damn. I had to create an event to have a vacation.
I love it. Yeah, well, I thought you just got into radio to travel, but. Yeah, I tell you, I'm with you. It's a family. It's a community of listeners that become family.
Sure.
And, I dig the traveling, and, I like it. I remember when I retired out of radio, and so here I'm like, okay, like I said, I got a regular gig, a job. It's overrated. Mm-hmm. And I'm watching Danny doing all this traveling. Look, he's in Jamaica. He's in the Bahamas. He's somewhere. He's way far south and north somewhere. And I'm like, damn, I'm getting jealous here. This is ridiculous. I'm stuck in an office. What the hell was I thinking?
What the hell was you thinking?
I don't know. So that adulting stuff is really hard, you know. So I just decided I'm going back into radio. So I retired and went into radio.
Yeah.
You know, I love it. I miss it, and it's so good to be back with you after all the years. It really is. Now I'm like, okay, got to pick up where we left off. I can't remember where I left off, but we're just picking it up and rolling.
Yeah, it's funny. If you go back and listen to a lot of those old shows are still archived out there on SoundCloud from like 2015, 2016. And it sounds like it was 25 years ago now to me. I mean, my hearing has changed so much when it comes to technology and how things, how I hear things and how I do radio. I can tell a difference from an old recording. I'm like, oh yeah, that's the old Behringer 1204 right there.
Yeah, we've come a long way, Danny. No doubt about it. You have, especially. You know, I'm watching you grow and grow and grow. I'm looking at you, and I'm like, he's doing all the traveling. He's got a massive studio. Everything's working beautiful for him. And I tried to stay out of your hair. I know you're busy. I know what it's like in the business. And I'm like, well, he's busy. I'm not going to bother him. And then you'd call me every so often. You coming back to radio? You coming back to radio?
Yeah, when you coming back to radio, man? Yeah.
And then one day I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll come back. Yeah, those old recordings got to be fun to listen to.
So are we out on Western Maryland radio today? I didn't get a chance to talk to you before the show. Is everything working good?
Oh, yes. Yes, sir. Everything's working beautiful. The encoders are rolling, and our listeners are on Western Maryland radio. Thank you so much for having us on the air, and thank you to the network as well as Floating Dock Manufacturing for having us on. But, yeah, I'll tell you what, it's beautiful up here today. A little bit of sun, but snow. We got cold weather coming. It's like I say, just hang around for a little while, watch the weather change, you know. You got to protect. You got to pack survival gear just to go to Walmart. Okay, that's the way it is. If you break down in these mountains, watch out. It could get really bad.
Let's see here. I wanted to see how many days till spring. That's all I care about at this point.
Oh my God!
Let's see here. You know, half the time it just pops up on your thing. 67 days till spring. That seems like a long ways away.
Yeah, it does. That reminds me of that song Freckles. You know, they count down the days to spring. Yeah, but yeah, hey, we'll get there, man. But in the meantime, hey, I was listening to an extended forecast. They're calling for more snow, bad weather, yada yada yada. I think they just sensationalize it. We're used to it. We don't care. You know, I tell people, though, we have a lot of tourists up here. If you are coming up here, be careful. Pack in case you're going to get stuck.
Yeah. Well, 67 days to spring. This is about the time people start thinking about, you know, maybe getting the boats cleaned up, all that good stuff. You know, if you got them dry docked, you know, you can start ahead of time working with a marina to get the boats uncovered and ready to go and all that stuff. I mean, here in Tennessee, it'll start warming up in March, but old man winter wants to hang around a little bit, so it'll get really warm, and then we'll have a cold spell, and then he's gone. You know, he's got to pack up and get the hell out of town.
Yeah, I don't want to hear you complaining like you tell them down in Key West. You don't want to hear it. I got 8 inches of snow in April, Easter Sunday. Okay, that was a couple years ago. 8 inches.
Oh.
You know, and here's how it rolls up here. In the town you see behind me is 10 miles east of where I live. There was barely an inch. You go 10 miles west, 2,000 feet up to where we live, there is 8 inches.
And how far are you from? That's a lot of snow, man. I don't know how you do that, but how far you say you are from Williamsport, where Rick the Stick is?
Oh, he's just south of Hagerstown. I guess that's about an hour and a half.
Okay.
Williamsport, yeah, it's about an hour and a half, maybe hour and 15.
I'm sure it wasn't funny at the time, but, you know, there was a time where he had one eye. He had a patch on one eye, and he's driving a truck, which was scary enough, right? He's going all kinds of places, doing everything, and he's doing the best he can. And he's like, you know, I'm just going to have to do my show from the truck stop. And, you know, and I'm like, it's okay, man. Plug into the internet. Here's how we hook it all up and all that stuff. Never skip a beat, right? I bet he thought, you know, man, this is crazy. I'm like, you wanted to do radio.
Yeah, you want to do it. I think we can do it from anywhere. We could broadcast from ours.
Yeah.
But getting back to Williamsport, that's a cute little town. I've been, that was the shortcut for a while there. I lived down in Falling Waters, West Virginia, which is just south of Williamsport. And when I would leave work, I'd cut through Williamsport to avoid all that interstate traffic. And it's a windy little town, man. It's really pretty. And then you cross the Potomac, and then boom, you're in West Virginia. But now I'm out in Frostburg, Maryland. So, but yeah, man, he's not far away at all.
Well, if you're going to be down in St. Pete this week, don't forget we'll be at the St. Pete Boat Show. And Brian Burns is going to be down there. He's got a booth set up with Dockside Live Radio, part of the Coastal Americana Radio Network. Dave Sines is going to be down there as well, I do believe. And stop in, seek them out, and say hi to them if you're interested in being a sponsor or partner on Tiki Man or on the Coastal Americana Radio Network. We would love for you to reach out to them and get in touch with us and see what we can do to bring your marina, your boat show, your boat event, your whatever to the network. Yeah.
That would be great. I got a text the other night. You going to Florida? And I said, no. And he posted your link. And I'm like, no. I'm in the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I told him Dockside Radio is covering that.
Yeah, that's right. They are covering it, and that's kind of nice. Now, we have a boat show here in Chattanooga in February. I'm going to reach out, maybe see if I can get some press passes and see how much a booth is and all that. I mean, I told those guys the other day, I was like, man, I'm doing about all I can do right now. I've got my plate pretty full with this show. But we seem to be rolling pretty good now. We worked out a lot of the kinks last week, and we seem to be rolling now.
Yeah, we are. I've reached out to our tech support people about some issues, and that's going to get resolved as well. And gradually, everything is just going to be seamless. So, we're in uncharted territory here, Danny. That's nothing new to us. And we figure it out as we go, period. I mean, honestly, with all we're doing, we could fly a plane, brother. Can you imagine both of us flying a big plane? Yeah, we could do that. Not that I want, but I believe we could.
One day we'll have a corporate plane, but, we got to get to it. B-Man, who's out there, he's a pilot. I kind of keep that in reserve, with him being a pilot and having a corporate plane, that he could take care of down in Key West, maybe come pick me up every once in a while.
Oh, that would be great. You remember Garrett Easley?
Yeah.
He used to be on our show a lot. I remember when he took the show in the air because I did the intro, and then one day he was live. And can you believe this? He was broadcasting from a plane, communicating with the station, and he had the station on the air in the plane. So I'm getting all the, official cockpit noise. And he was just learning how to fly, and it was a little Cessna. Today, he's flying huge jets, jumbo jets. Prior to that, he worked his way up with the corporate Cessnas. Now he's flying everywhere and lives out in Colorado. He's either one day he's in the Caribbean, next day he's in the mountains, next day he's in L.A. I'm like, this is crazy, man. I'm happy for him. He made it. Yeah.
Well, we got Jeff Dayton coming up here at noon, and, just a fascinating guy. Toured with Glenn Campbell Band for a long time, and, the Jeff Dayton Band was his band in the later years there, and he's got a new tune that we're going to be playing during the interview. So, but I've got one of my favorite ones here that one of his older tunes is called Fishing With My Baby, which seems to work out pretty good for this show. It won't be long. We'll be ready to go fishing and maybe do some fly fishing up here at Tellico for sure.
You got a line and I got a pole. You and me, baby, let's take a stroll. Wander on down to the waterside, cut a little bait and see what bites. 'Cause I love fishing with you, baby. I love your little catch me look. I love the way you tease me. One little wiggle and I'm on the hook. Oh, yeah. You're so cute in your summertime hat, make my little heart go pitter-pat. And you're so fine just sitting in a boat, knock me in the water, Lord, I hope I float. 'Cause I love fishing with you, baby. I love your little catch me look. I love the way you tease me. One little wiggle and I'm on the hook. Yeah, come on, wiggle. Put on a bobber, put on the bait, put it in the water, then sit and wait. Big old fish could be hitting my line, but I'm too busy looking in your eyes. 'Cause I love fishing with you, baby. I love your little catch me look. And I love the way you tease me. One little wiggle and I'm on the hook. I took my last 100 down to the track, betting on a pony named Surefire Jack. Jack was a winner and I was too, so I bought a big boat and an Evinrude. Slice of bologna, slice of cheese, chips and a pickle and a sweet iced tea. Nothing in the bucket, nothing on the line, but one of your kisses and I'm just fine. 'Cause I love fishing with you, baby. I love your little catch me look. And I love the way you tease me. One little wiggle and I'm on the hook. One little wiggle and I'm on the hook. One little wiggle and I'm on the hook. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's go fishing, darling.
You're listening to Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B on the Coastal Americana Radio Network.
10 boats sitting in the backyard, sporting a 40-horse Merc. Well, honey's madder than a hornet. She knows I ain't going to work. She must have heard me talking to JoJo. She must have heard us making a plan. You know we both work when we have to, but we fish wherever we can. I got an old cane pole and a whole lot of soul, a day's worth of minutes for bait. So you bring the beer and I'll bring the boat, and I'll meet you at the lake. My old man taught me patience was a virtue, and he taught me how to cast a line. So I figure fishing is a lesson from the Lord. Roll that around in your mind. And I don't care if the fish don't bite, I'll sit right there all day. 'Cause the worst day fishing is better than working. It's always been that way. I put SPF 30 all over my face and sit right there and wait. You bring the beer, I'll bring the boat, and I'll meet you at the lake. We'll make a quick stop at the quick stop and get some coffee for the ride. I got the windows down and the radio up. Lord, it makes me feel alive. We got bologna and crackers and little Debbie snackers, and the lake is coming inside. They got D-cells for our rayovac, just in case we fish all night. I got my old cane pole and a whole lot of soap, everything that it takes. You bring the beer, I'll bring the boat, and I'll meet you at the lake. Everything that it takes. So you bring the beer, I'll bring the boat, and I'll meet you at the lake. Got the boat backed into the water, and the motor is a-purring like a cat. 12-pack of beer in the cooler, and my favorite fishing hat. And we're headed out of the no-wake zone to our favorite fishing spot. I sure am glad that the beer's getting cold, 'cause the sun is getting hot. And I get a little closer to heaven with every catch in the bank. Gonna fish all night, it's out of my hands. Honey gonna be hot, I hope she understands. Got a cooler full of fish and a boat full of cans, smack dab in the middle of the lake. We'll make a quick run to the bait shop cause we're getting a little low on ice. Jojo, pull the anchor up and drop the motor down. Lord, it makes me feel alive. Well, the bass are fighting and the catfish are biting and the moon is coming up bright. Jojo, put those diesels in the radio back, cause we're gonna be here all night. Yeah, I got my old cane pole and a whole lot of soul. Everything that it takes. You bring the beer, I'll bring the boat, and I'll meet you at the lake. Yeah, you bring the beer, I'll bring the boat, gonna meet you at the lake. Hey, hey. Jojo, you be careful of that there fishing pole, son. I don't need my ear pierced again. Yeah.
This is my partner right there, Dave Signs.
But if you teach him to fish,
It's called the fishing song.
sit in the boat and drink beer all night long. You know that's the truth. Yes, sir. This here's a fishing song. All right.
And of course, Dave has been playing with Alan Jacks Bowers and Manalo. Wow. Since they got a band now.
All right.
Hey, we're getting a band together. That's what they did.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a lot of talent in that band, no doubt about it. So much talent in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's see if we can. Let's see here. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's see if we can get the man, the legend himself in here, Mr. Jeff Dayton. How you doing this morning, brother?
Good morning.
I'm doing just right, guys.
Yeah, rocking and rolling, man. We was listening to that's a cool little song, the Fishing with My Baby, right? We was listening to that earlier, you know. One little wiggle and I'm on the hook.
That's it. Yeah, anybody that's got a good lady knows that one. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So how's things going, man? It's been a while since I guess the last time I saw you was down in Key West.
Yeah, Trop Rock and Duval that week. Sure good to be down with everybody. Thanks for having us over there, Dave Matchett, and I really enjoyed being on the show with you. You know, you and Hippie Chick and Brian and everybody, you know, B-Man, Michelle. It's always good to see you folks. And Johnny, how are you, man?
Good morning, sir. We're doing fine. Good morning. Good morning. I tell you what, good to see you. Good. I tell you what, this is amazing to be able to sit here. You know, it's the first time I've met you, but I've looked at your bio and Danny's filled me in on your history. And wow, what an amazing career.
Well, thanks. I'm having one. There's a lot of stuff going on, too. I've got a podcast that I've had some Trop Rockers on, including the first Coral Reefer, Roger Bartlett, has been a guest. And anywhere that you cast pod, go cast pod and find Count It Off. That's that one. Excuse me.
Well,
otherwise, yeah, I'm just, you know, keeping my head above water like all the rest of us.
Yeah, well, you used to do the like Facebook Live for a while. Now you've turned that into a podcast, I guess, right?
Yeah, the Facebook Live was about the only way we could do it at that time. And, you know, 175 episodes of that and another 25 Twankster Tuesdays. And did a few of them last year, did some Tuesday nights. But, you know, it most people have their lives back. You know, Tuesday night they're at the movies or at their choir practice or whatever they're doing.
Sure.
Or they're at their, you know, their favorite, you know, flocking fish pond joint, you know, pouring down some Jimmy Buffett inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're back where people gather. You know, that was the thing about COVID is we make our living where people gather, and we couldn't gather. So what the heck? You know?
Well, if it hadn't been for COVID, we wouldn't even be having this interview right now because we all had to learn how to do streaming and video and all that stuff. You know, we did that entire showcase that year around the country and had a production company and all that stuff because we wanted to keep the showcase going because the Songwriter Showcase, we just finished up our 9th year down there. So it's just been fantastic. I remember when you first came down, never been to Key West before, when we were still over at the Tiki House.
I know. I thought that was your bar, as a matter of fact.
Well, that's how I promoted it. You know, come on over to our house, the Tiki House, the Tiki Man and Tiki House. It was a great matchup. We just outgrew it, man. We had too many crowds and, you know, and you're a tall drink of water as well. You know, once you came in, I'm like, we're going to have a bigger place.
You got yourself a big stage now, don't you?
Yeah, big old stage.
I will be happy to be with you guys if you'll have me down there this year. Looking forward to it. I know that with Andy's passing, there's still some questions, but I've heard on the wind from some people that should know that Trop Rock and Duval will be in Key West one way or another. So counting on that, we'll just see what happens.
Yeah, of course, our thing was always separate from Trop Rock and Duval. We kind of been doing it longer before Trop Rock and Duval started and all that stuff, and we hated to hear the passing with Andy. That was, I knew he was sick because he was sick down there this year, but that was kind of a shocker for all of us.
Yeah, and I know that you guys were there when it was Parrot Heads in Paradise, Modem and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody loves Key West. I mean, let's admit it.
Yeah.
I do. It's one of the reasons I like to go, and I think the vacuum will be filled.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when me and the Mines pulled out of there, we decided to stay, and we had a great year that year because, as you say, people love Key West, and people, already had their rooms booked years in advance to go down there to be at Me and the Mines, and so it was just natural for us to do it. And then Andy and them a couple of years later started Trop Rock and Duval. So, that's where Jimmy went to find Jimmy, for God's sakes. Okay, and that's where you go.
Well, indeed, and I'm glad that got established. It's such a great thing, and there's no comparison of anywhere else you could throw that party that has bar after bar after bar after venue after stage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just it's a great thing. So glad to be there, man. I love it. I love that I'm growing up in the trop rock world and still making music. And thanks for playing the music, Danny. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, man. I mean, I remember years ago you had that one song that we all felt like that Kenny Chesney ought to have it on one of his albums, and was it Boats? Was it?
You're close.
Yeah, that's it.
Something about boats.
Yeah, something about boats.
Islands, Guitars, and You.
That's it. I mean, that's a perfect Kenny song, and we always plug that everywhere we go. I know you do as well, so maybe he'll hear it. I mean, he spends a lot of time in Key West, but it's and I reached out to you, and I don't think you'd really. I think you were still. I think you just finished up with Glenn Campbell after he passed away and all that stuff. I can't remember now, but you didn't know about this whole trop rock world, and man, look at you now. You're playing all over the place.
Well, I appreciate you guys taking me in. I was a stray on the street, and you went, "Oh, this guy's okay."
Hey, he's all right.
Oh, I tell you what, I love Key West. I've done the Duval crawl, survived a few gravity storms. Welcome to the club. But
thank you.
When I look at your history, and you started with Glenn Campbell, that is an amazing story. How you got started with Glenn, and what a tragic loss. But wow, you get a phone call.
I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say you got a phone call, and boom, took off.
Yeah, I was thanking him again this morning. I mean, I was dreaming about. There was a medley we used to do that had. Kiss me, wake me each morning with the morning, and then you can tell me goodbye. It was in a medley with another song, and in my dream last night, I was trying to remember what the other song was, and what my part was, and there was something I was doing wrong, and I was like, oh, dang, one of those flip-flop dreams you can't quite get right.
Yeah.
And, but old Glenn, man, he was the best of the best, sir, as they said in Men in Black, the best of the best of the best, sir.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And everybody gives so much respect even today. A couple of the real big feathers in my cap are that I played with Glenn Campbell, that I was his band leader, that I was with him as long as I was. And then another one that gets instant respect is the fact that George Strait cut one of my songs.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, that actually happened before Glenn, but I figured he looked at that and he went, okay, well, this guy's all right,
Well, that's pretty high cotton right there, George Strait. I mean, and in my opinion, George Strait is the epitome of country music, right? I mean, he's never really strayed from being that guy, and kind of took over from George Jones and all that kind of stuff, and has remained that way and remained at the top of his game.
The guy is a class act from the get-go, and Been able to meet him, thank him. I've opened for him a couple times back, in the very earliest days when he was still playing big dance halls, like Graham Central Station in Phoenix. And,
Yeah.
it just, I tell you what, he's still my favorite cowboy artist of these days. Merle Haggard would have been before that.
Sure.
And the Hag was partly why I met Glenn. If it weren't for the Hag and Glenn's friendship with him, he wouldn't have stopped down to the Coliseum that night to see the Hag and Alabama and the Judds. And there the Jeff Dayton band was. So that was how that all happened. It was just one of those walk in and, I like these guys.
Man, that is such a cool story. Such a cool story.
Thank you. I've got a current country single out too, not just the song I dropped for you guys, but on my back to my Wranglers and Boots and Stetson days, I've got a song called When It's Cold in Texas, and it's actually getting played at some internet and terrestrial radio. It's just gotten a nice interview overseas and review, I should say. And, it's fun to be able to play Jeff Dayton.
Yeah.
And I've got so many different things. Of course, here's the thing, guys, and I'll be honest. My daughter, Carrie, is a YouTuber, but she's also a Swiftie and has been her whole life.
Yeah.
And so I tuned in, my son renewed our Disney Plus, and I went on there and I watched the first of the 6-episode thing of the End of the Eras tour. And I was looking at that going, man, I want some of that.
Yeah.
I'd play guitar with her. I'd go out there and play for 100 million people over the course of that tour.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Yeah. And it's that way everywhere she goes. I mean, it's just unbelievable. But
and I love the faces of the crowd. And, I had Matt Stell on my interview yesterday. His show is dropping on Count It Off tomorrow morning. And Matt's had 2 number 1 records. He's played the Opry. He's, legitimate number 1s, not, number 1 at Beachfront. But, I don't mean to demean that.
No.
But, Billboard number 1s. And, he said that what he's always been trying to do is sing songs that reach people and that, what they want to hear and stuff. And Taylor seems to have just nailed that nerve, and all looking at those faces and the girls all doing their things. And oh my God, I met Swifties on the road that year. I'd be in the Los Angeles airport, maybe at the Delta Sky Club or something like that, because Jeffro likes to travel.
Sure.
And I'd see a mom and a dad and 2 girls wearing Swiftie shirts. And I'd say, did the girls go? And they said, we all went.
We all went.
And we went. Wow. We sat in the club seats. I was like, Dad, that was a big gift. I mean, they were like $3,000 a seat to do that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Wow. But Matt would like some of that too. I mean, we're every recording artist, every one of us.
Sure.
I mean, Erica Sunshine Lee would like that. I mean, it's a human thing, and we all reach for the stars, and I'll settle for where I'm.
And Erica is one of the hardest working female artists that I know. She goes overseas. She goes everywhere. She posted not too long ago how many shows she did this year and how many towns and cities and everything else that she was in. Yeah. And not only that, but as soon as she gets done, she's down there with the trunk open selling T-shirts and hats and whatever else she's got. And she markets herself fantastically.
Well, she was a car salesman in her past. And you'll learn this if you listen to the Count It Off podcast with Erica Sunshine Lee.
Yeah.
And, she's really a hard worker. I mean, at any job, career, whatever she chose, she was bound to be a success because she's got that gear in her gearbox,
Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, let's play this new tune right quick. I'm going to put you back in the green room. This one's called Up on the Bow, which we really appreciate. This is the all-new Coastal Americana Radio Network. We're streaming live on Dockside Live Radio, Western Maryland Radio, and Tiki Man Radio at the same time. So helping to get the word out about you and everybody else that we're promoting. But let's play this right quick. We'll come back and talk about it, okay?
Sounds good, Danny. Thank you.
All righty. Jeff Dayton with Up on the Bow. New Coastal Americana Radio Network. We're streaming live on Dockside Live.
Up on the bow, the world feels better somehow. getting some sun on my face, leaving my worries in the wake. All I know for sure is we're never gonna figure it out. Well, that's okay, 'cause just for today, I'm up on the bow. Up on the bow. I've been thinking I really ought to thank her, 'cause I never realized there's two kinds of anchors. Some will hold you steady, some just hold you down. That's all way behind me, I'm riding easy now. Up on the bow, the world feels better somehow. Getting some sun on my face, leaving my worries in the wake. Now all I know for sure is we're never gonna figure it out. Well, that's okay, 'cause just for today, I'm up on the bow. Up on the bow. One thing I love about the ocean, it's good for letting go. It's a natural kind of healing that happens every time I go. Up on the bow. Up on the bow. Yeah, up on the bow. Let it play, let it play.
Man, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful tune, man. What's the story behind that song?
Beautiful.
Well, I just sitting around with my pencil right here, the magic pencil, never far from my hand. And I love blank paper and a nice sharp number 2 USA Gold. If I can't have that, I'll settle for a Ticonderoga. And I love that. There's something tactile about writing with these things, you know. I'm not a computer writer. I'm not a, iPhone, talking to my notes thing. Once in a while, if I'm too far from paper, I'll do that. But there's something really peaceful about the ocean. I meant that, the one thing I love about the ocean, it's good for letting go. And there's a part of me that still is letting go. I'm not sure. I haven't identified all the escapees, but something's going on, and I have songs like, Paradise Cove and other songs that are about getting away like that and just being peaceful somewhere. Chillo is another one you guys have heard. And I will be back in the islands, as a matter of fact, thanks to some very generous people I know who have sponsored me for an entire all expenses trip to Antigua coming up next month. And I'll spend some time with my feet in the sand and getting some sun and having a pineapple something or other.
That's a beautiful part of the world right there, man.
Yeah. I've been to the Windward Islands when I was a kid. I went to Guadeloupe, and we also hit St. Croix. I've been there twice. But, who can argue with watching blue water roll over?
Yeah, man.
And so the song, I just had an idea. I want to get, when I'm sitting on the bow and it's sort of morphed and, you shape the clay, It's like in Ghost, that movie where they're making clay together.
Well, I think at this part in the journey, if you will, we're all kind of looking at where we're at, and we definitely, at least for me, I know I got less years in front of me and than I do behind me, so you got to make the most of it. I was at my granddaughter's fourth birthday party on Saturday, and at this point you start counting. Let's see, when she graduates, I'll be, you start counting up. How old you're gonna be. Now you got a new goal to just make it right. So I mean, there's something about a transition in life. Some people, when you reach 40 or 50 or 60 or whatever, but or 70, you look at things differently.
Yeah.
I think for me, it becomes an awareness that it's time to, instead of seeing how much you can get, it's seeing how much you can leave. Mm-hmm. And, I've got a song that's not a trop rock song called Old Gray Ghost, but it's from the COVID album that I did from home while we were sitting home, and I ended up writing a double album. There's a lot of my history, my life that I'd love to have my kids know about.
Yeah.
And then for the world. My friend Paula Fuga, who's over in Hawaii and used to tour with Jack Johnson, and just a wonderful island sister. We were doing a seminar over on Kauai for the songwriting festival there some years ago. And I said, Paula, come sit on, we were sitting on the floor in a circle, barefoot and all this in the hotel. I said, what would you advise these young songwriters? And she said, make the music you want the world to hear.
Yeah.
And,
wow.
Yeah. And so that's a calling in a way, and if you look at the ambassadors of Aloha, like Jake Shimabukuro, who has also been on the Count It Off podcast, I'm shamelessly plugging it. There's a similarity. There's a common thread that runs through great lives like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we got to get you back over here to the chocolate bar at some point in time or another. It's been a while since you've been in the studio.
Yeah, I missed you when I was in Chattanooga last fall. I was playing the Bluegrass Festival, and the IBMA. I got my first invite to play there, and I'm hoping to be back this year. Wow,
I didn't know that because the Hippie Chick and the Golden Girl, they go down for that whole event. What do they call it? The Three Sisters Bluegrass Festival. But the one you're talking about was the one that was prior to that, I think, that had Steve Martin was playing there, I think. Yep.
Steve Martin and Alison Brown and Billy Strings and, on and on and on. It was a show. It's the Super Bowl of Bluegrass.
Yeah.
And it's called IBMA. It's moving to October this year, a couple weeks before, Key West. But anyway, it would have been fun to see you there, but I was kind of on a tight schedule because the next day after I played in Chattanooga, it was my daughter's wedding up in Knoxville.
Oh.
In Clinton, Tennessee, actually. Beautiful.
Yeah, I know exactly where it is. That's halfway between Knoxville and La Follette. Clinton, Tennessee is, yeah.
Yeah. There's an old house there, and it was just a beautiful setting. And she's just a wonderful girl. She's my youngest daughter. She's 22.
Very nice.
And gave me a grandson named Theodore.
Well, there you go.
All right.
Yeah. Well, I love grandkids. I love, dogs and stuff. I've inherited my son's dog. Her twin brother lives with me, and little Hank, poor Hank, I had to put him in his kennel in the other room because he was begging Dad to be on the podcast, on the show with you guys.
Wow. Hey, have you ever thought about Delfest, Del McCurry up here in Western Maryland?
I would love it. I've actually met Ronnie, and one of the guys in his band, who I believe is Jason Carter, right? Played fiddle with him for a million years. Jason's on my new record. I have a new album called Songs from the Walnut Room, and Up on the Bough is on there, and When It's Cold in Texas is on there, and there's a hot bluegrass tune called Engineer, and Jason's sawing the heck out of his fiddle on that.
Wow. Yeah, we'd love to have you up here. It's a big deal. It's 5 days long. A lot of people show up from all around the country.
Yeah, I think, it would be nice. I'd be happily accept the invite. Let me know.
Okay.
No, there you
I'm
go.
going to reach out to them.
Okay.
Jeff will go just about anywhere.
He's sort of confused about what he is and who he is, but maybe he could bring him up here.
Yeah. Well, Jeff, I appreciate you always being a good friend to me and the Hippie Chick and the whole Coastal Americana family, Tiki Man Radio family for sure. And tell everybody, since we've been plugging it somewhat, tell everybody how they can find you podcast and your music.
Well, everywhere that you cast pod, you can find it. It's on the Amazon, it's on the Spotify, it's on the Apple, all of those places. YouTube, there's always just a static audio replay on YouTube as well. And it's called Count It Off. It's your fresh new window into the world of music. And we've had guests from everybody from a #1 jazz producer and artist who worked with George Benson and Paul McCartney, named Mike Broning. He's on one of the episodes. A couple of guys, one that played with Bob Dylan, two that played with Prince, and Chris Lusinger, who played on everything that Garth Brooks ever cut. He was a recent guest, and just on and on and on. It's a lot of fun, and it allows me to invite my friends and contacts over to the house, and we sit and chat a little bit. And down to Key West when I was there with you guys,
Yeah.
and I was grabbing guys away from Margaritaville, and Dave McKinney and Tim Campbell and all those guys, and getting quotes. And we had a little Key West roundup that we do every time we're down there. So
Very nice.
It's creative, yeah, and it's always just there on the podcast sites. So please check it out, and if you do like it, any clicks or likes or any of that stuff, I hate to beg, but that really helps.
It does, man. Everything helps, I mean,
a little bit, just a little bit.
yeah. Well, we're in the same boat here. I'm full time now into this project, and partnered with Dave Sons and Brian Burns. We've created the Coastal Americana Radio Network. We're going to be bringing other radio stations in, and every little bit helps. There's no doubt about it. So, I'm going to get me a tip jar and put it out here by the mailbox, I think.
The old thing is, if you want to put some money in the tip jar, thumbs up.
There you go.
And if you don't, sort of thumbs up.
Well, that's a good idea, because it really, we've grown our YouTube channel to 17,000 subscribers, and doing the Sunday show for the past 5 years on it. And we're constantly pushing that thumbs up, because it helps our views, and it helps us to move the channel around, and it helps not only the artists but our sponsors and partners and everybody else. So I always tell them, it's the one on the left, not the one on the right. All right, thumbs up, hit the thumbs up, kind of thing. So
like that a lot. Well, you guys are doing good work, and beach radio, beach music rather, is a happy place for people.
Sure.
And I remember the first time I walked into the Tuna during Parrot Heads week in 2019, and I looked out at that crowd and went, "Oh my gosh, it's all my people."
There you go.
I mean, we're all the ones that commercial radio said, "Nah, we're going to chase teenagers."
Yeah.
And so we're here and we're having a good time, and keeping the party going is a great theme for Jimmy. Will Kimbrough will be a guest on the show. Coming up here, he said he'd love to, and also Will McFarlane, who's one of the Swampers, is going to be on the show next time he's up in Nashville, and just Marty Brown, all the different guys. Nashville is the coolest place to be in the world.
Yeah,
but yeah, we'll just keep spreading the good word. We share the aloha, as we say in the islands. The mana of the heart, and aloha is that good thing between people, and Lord knows the world can use that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, buddy, we're going to let you fly, and as we let you go, we're going to play that Islands, Guitars, and You, so everybody can hear that hadn't already heard it. It's one of my favorite tunes. But thank you, Jeff, for all the kind words and your friendship, and we will see you down the road, my friend.
All right.
Yes,
thank
sir.
you, Danny. Thank you,
Jeff.
Johnny. You guys rock on. Keep fins up.
All right, buddy.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
it.
Fins up.
Jeff Dayton, everybody. Islands, Guitars, and You, one of my favorite tunes. Here we go.
Sitting in a deck chair watching that big red sun go dropping into the water and out of sight. Thinking about the time that we were caught up in a runaway fever, as close as it gets to getting it right. And I don't know where you went. As for me, ever since I've been riding the wind in a little white boat, one day ahead of a heart that's broke, falling asleep to the waves in a world of blue.
Thinking about coulda, shoulda, what have I done? Must have gone crazy in the hot noon sun. Now all I've got to get me through are blue skies, warm nights, high tides, islands, guitars, and you. Wishing you could come with me to a little place down in the Keys and have one more dance in the beach firelight. And if you'd let me hold you close, I promise that I'd never let go and be a grateful man the rest of my life. I spent a lot of time at sea, holding on to your memory and riding the wind in a little white boat. One day ahead of a heart that's broke, falling asleep to the waves in a world of blue. Thinking about coulda, shoulda, what have I done? Must have gone crazy in the hot noon sun. Now all I've got to get me through are blue skies, warm nights, high tides, islands, guitars, and you. You're the song that's playing in my heart. So one more night I'll sing it to the stars and ride the wind in a little white boat. One day ahead of a heart that's broke, falling asleep to the waves in a world of blue. Thinking about coulda, shoulda, what have I done? Must have gone crazy in the hot noon sun. All I've got to get me through are blue skies, warm nights, high tides, islands, guitars, and you. Islands, guitars, and you.
You're listening to Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B on the Coastal Americana Radio Network.
Smoking down the coast of the Abaco Islands. All I wanna do is throw a dark line around a piling. We've been sailing for 20 hours, I'm bucking 8 to 10. We're gonna leave the world behind to who knows when. Living like the natives do, all summer long, yeah. We're trolling down the hole in the wall, we'll be back before long. Let's go fishing, let's go fishing, let's go fishing, let's go fishing. It's good to be back home in Marsh Harbor town, sitting on the bridge with my eyes glued to the palm trees all around. There's nothing like the islands in the heat of the summertime, 'cause we'll be dragging baits tomorrow on the ocean till the sun don't shine. Living like the natives do, all summer long, yeah. patrolling down the hole in the wall. We'll be back before long. Let's go fishing. Let's go fishing. Let's go fishing. Let's go fishing. Conch fritters in the afternoon at the conch crawl. Sipping on Coke and rum, watching the sun go down. Well, it'll be another year till we come back here, but catching them marlin is the only way to steer. So meet me right here next year. How does that sound? Living like the natives do, all summer long, yeah. We're trolling down the hole in the wall. We'll be back before long. Yes, we'll be back before long. Let's go fishing. Let's go fishing. Let's go fishing. Let's go fishing. Let's go fishing.
Coastal Americana Radio Network is headed to St. Petersburg for the Power and Sailboat Show, January 15th through the 18th, 2026, in beautiful St. Pete, Florida. Dockside Live Radio will be there, and there'll be interviews on Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B. There'll be seminars and fishing clinics, on-water boat courses, culinary experiences, and sustainability. You can visit stpeteboatshow.com and sign up today. There you can buy tickets, attend seminars and clinics, book hotels, and get all the information that you need to learn about the St. Petersburg Power and Sailboat Show, presented by Progressive. If you're looking for a new boat, new fishing gear, safety on the water, or just want to have some fun, come out and say hi to the Coastal Americana Radio Network, Dockside Live Radio, and make sure to tune in for Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B, Friday, January the 16th, for exclusive interviews on the Coastal Americana Radio Network. Stop by and say hi and have some fun. Coastal Americana Radio Network, Tiki Man Radio, Dockside Live Radio, and Western Maryland Radio, bringing the water to you. Floating Docks Manufacturing Company, located in Indianapolis, Indiana, has been in business for over 50 years. Family-owned business constructing dock systems that have endured the test of time, with a variety of services from commercial systems, floating platforms and fuel docks, bridges and access walkways, rowing and kayak docks, industrial and pump docks, specializing in custom fabrications and residential and fishing docks. From your concept to finish, Floating Docks Manufacturing is your experts when it comes to your personal paradise. Floating Docks Manufacturing Company can install new docks or supply you with components for open or covered docks. They specialize in providing their customers with the highest quality products that has been earned by developing effective long-term business relationships. This history of craftsmanship, customer service, stability, and relationship building is what sets Floating Docks Manufacturing Company apart from all the rest. Reach out to them today. Floating Docks Manufacturing. Visit floatingdocks.com or give them a call at 1-800-969-DOC. That's 1-800-969-DOC. It's time to take your dream concept to the next level with Floating Docks Manufacturing Company.
The classifieds are spread across your coffee table with a circle drawn around some ad says boat for sale. She's a fisherman's dream and all you've ever talked about. But you take a swig, shake your head, and cross it out. Too much wishing and not enough fishing. Too many days saying maybe someday while the clock keeps ticking. You gotta say it now, every now and then, or you're gonna wind up, my friend, doing too much wishing and not enough fishing. On Dock B, that little boat sits in a slip. Sign's been up for a week or two, but no bites yet. Yeah, she needs a little work, but at this price, what a steal. But your wife says, honey, wait for a better deal. Back to too much wishing and not enough fishing. Too many days saying maybe someday while the clock keeps ticking. You gotta say it now, every now and then, or you'll wind up once again doing too much wishing and not enough fishing. Ever since the day we met, you've been talking about your big dream. Now all these years have come and gone, but still the same routine. Always not now, later on. If I could, man, I would. The excuses never end. Now that sign says sold and your story's getting old, 'cause there you go again, still wishing. Not enough nows, too many thens, too many whys and not enough whens, and too much wishing, but not enough fishing. So cast that line, reel one in, or your story just might end. But too much wishing and not enough fishing.
That's right. Too much wishing and not enough fishing.
Too much wishing and not enough fishing.
And if you're going to be down in St. Pete, Coastal Americana Radio Network will be down there for the boat show this week. And on Friday, we're going to have some interviews with the Tiki Man and Johnny B here on Friday. And we're in the process of lining those up right now as we speak.
Yeah, man, looking forward to it. What a great day, Danny. I got to tell you what, just getting to meet Jeff Dayton and, discuss his incredible music career with Glenn Campbell. That was amazing, man. I really like that. I really hope we can get him up to Dell Fest here in Western Maryland with the Del McCoury Band. That's wonderful, wonderful. And, all the songs you just played were about fishing.
Yeah.
And one of those songs was Jimmy Parrish, right? Our old friend Jimmy Parrish.
That's right.
And I got to tell you what, last time I spoke with Jimmy, he said, hey, man, you remember that hat I gave you back down in Georgia? He said, my sponsors quit making that hat. And if you ever want to send that back, just feel free to send it on back. Look what I got right here. I got Jimmy Parrish's hat.
Hey, man, yeah, they quit making that particular hat. He wore that hat for years. I actually did a house concert here in the Chocolate Bar with that very hat, and they quit making it, and he had a sponsorship with them for a long time with that hat.
Yeah, I was surprised. I'm like, holy smokes, I've traveled with this hat all around the country, and I put it in a box, it's been boxed up, got here in the mountains, and I'm like, hey, wait a minute, man, we could use some tropicality up here on this mountain.
Yeah.
Break out the hat, you know? Yeah, pretty cool.
Jimmy came here not too long ago and stayed with us. He was doing a little tour and just stopped off, and we went out to dinner. I think we cooked something on the grill. I can't even remember now. But then, of course, I saw him down in Key West this year. And no, he wasn't there this year. That was the only time I got to see him. He's going back next year for. Normally, he's down in Key West, but with the way the scheduling, the Hog's Breath has really changed a lot than over the last 10 years or so, and it used to be normal to have like Chris Bellamy playing there during 12 to 3, and then even before Jimmy took over the spot that he has now, it used to be Hugo would have that spot, and then when Hugo passed away, Jimmy took over the spot, which is basically the 9 to whenever. At night, and then you had Tropical Soul that was like 6 to 9 or so in there. And Jeff Dayton, he'd never been to Key West before, and we were doing the showcase. We invited him down to play at the Tiki House. This was probably about our third year there, 2019, I believe. And then we walked over. Normally we'd go over to Hog's Breath to see Jimmy play. And Jimmy, that particular year, was doing, when he took a break, he was letting other artists get on stage and play. Well, Jeff got up there and played and, told everybody, it's my first time to Key West. My name's Jeff Dayton, blah, blah, blah. And then once everybody heard him sing and play, they're like, holy crap, And wow. Dave Matchett was a harmonica player for Hugo, and he hadn't come back to Key West since Hugo had passed away. That was his first time. They hooked up, and him and Jeff have been touring ever since then, and have released music together, and just having a blast. I mean, and that's what Key West was really all about. It was like a reunion for everybody to see each other.
Wow, yeah, it is like a reunion. It's home away from home for a lot of us.
Sure.
And that's where these artists go, and they just blend, they melt together, they get creative. And all kind of great content comes out of Key West. In the end, somewhere a year from now, a song is, finally recorded, published and available, and it came together in Key West.
Yeah. And
that's amazing.
I see Josh Clark is out there. Good afternoon to you, man. Happy Monday to you. Hope you're having an okay Monday. I know Mondays doesn't have to be a bad day if you're hanging out with us, that's for sure. Paul is out there. He says, outstanding interview with Jeff Dayton. I got to meet him down in Key West, Trop Rock and Duval. Yeah. Appreciate it, Paul. Thanks for listening to us and the interview. And, of course, Marty Gentry is out there. He loves to go fishing. He's willing to go fishing anytime, anywhere, any place. And he has got us on at his tiki bar there at his place. So, just having a good time, man. It's another week here on the Coastal Americana Radio Network, and we got a busy week with the boat show down in St. Pete, and look forward to that. Wednesday, we're going to do the replay of the Brooke Freeman that we had on the Sunday show that is with Waterways. I'm really, really wanting to dig into that even more.
Yeah, I like that interview. Hey, and, while you're giving shout-outs, I just want to say thank you to everyone who swung by the Western Maryland Radio Facebook page. Thank you so much. Our views, doubled overnight. Thank you very much.
Well, there you go. Yeah, that's what it's all about. Talking about spreading the aloha, as we used to say. And, Marty Gentry's over in Queen City, North Carolina, and he's listening to us today, and I have to get this iPad a little closer where I can see it. I've moved it around since we started doing our show. I used to have it out here off to my side, but, looking at that chat, usually I've got somebody in here that's kind of helping me with all that, but now I can just, I moved it over here, and then I was looking at it earlier, and I'm like, you know what, I can just pick it up and read it.
I don't know. We may want to consider interns someday. There's a lot of things going on in these studios, I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
Might
absolutely.
as well be flying a plane.
Yeah. I'll send I don't know if Jeff sent you that song, but I will send it over to you.
Please do.
Yeah, Up on the Bow. That's a brand new tune, and that's perfect for what we're trying to do. And he's just an all-around great guy, man.
Yeah, he is. I'd love to get him up here to Allegheny County, Maryland, to do the Dell Fest, and that is Del McCory. What a great every year, and they work with kids too. They have a program where you have all these youngsters come in and they learn how to play instruments, and they get them on stage too. And we have a local girl here, and I'll bring that up again, who started out at 10 years old, and now here she is, 14 years later. She's gigging and really into bluegrass country music. Very talented young lady, and we'll talk more about that in the future.
Very cool. Yeah. Let's see here. I'll just send it to everybody, all the DJs here that's part of the network. Everybody will have that brand new tune.
Yeah, love it, man. We'll get it in automation here in Maryland.
And that's what it's about, coming together as a network. That's another plus. We're able to get music across 3 different radio stations pretty doggone fast.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to more stations coming on board, and that just means more sharing and more great stuff for the artist. And that's what we do. We're ambassadors. I always said, I'm an ambassador of goodwill or an ambassador on the wind. I'm on radio. Might as well be in the wind, So we're ambassadors of goodwill, sharing good vibes, sharing great music and all the positivity here on the network. And I just love it, man. Just love it. Looking forward to everybody coming on board. We love you. Don't worry. What could possibly go wrong? If it goes wrong, Danny will fix it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Where you calling me to?
Yeah, that's I've been handling tech support all morning long, man. I mean, hey, the app's not working, your email's spammed, you've been hacked, and I got up specifically to work with a new sponsor that I'd mentioned on the Sunday show yesterday, that's going to be in the appliance business, and he's going to be teaching you how to get into the appliance business. And I was working with that this morning, and all these other. I'm like, man, I need like a secretary, or I need we always say the girls in the home office. Well, I'm actually the girls in the home office. I need the girls in the home office to help me out a little bit.
Oh my God, yeah. Well, I added to it this morning. I sent you an email, and I'm like, well, yeah. Honestly, I don't like to bother Danny a lot because he's busy, I'm busy, and when we do talk, we end up talking for like 2 hours. So I know how it's going to go if I make a phone call.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that, man. Donna Cummings is out there this morning. Good morning to you. Hope you're doing wonderful. I guess this afternoon, as we can say now, the lunch hour here. We're almost about ready to wrap this show up. Sliding in here at the end of the show there, Donna. And
time is flying by.
They're up in New York.
Yeah, this is getting too easy, Danny. What's the next adventure?
Well, since I threw out the whole boat thing, I've got 3 emails like, hey, man, I got this idea with this boat that, because I was thinking about, all these boats and things. I worked over here at the the Island Cove Marina in my previous life with a different company, and we'd have to go to each dock, and there's nothing more sad than to see a boat that's been sitting there for a long period of time. It's got dust on it and hasn't been used. Maybe somebody passed away, or maybe they just don't come to the lake anymore, and the boat's just sitting there while everybody else is going out. And it's somebody were to write a song about a sad boat, but it's not pretty to see. You just feel bad for the boat.
Yeah.
It may not even run. I don't know, but I always look at those boats and go like, man, that's just so sad.
Yeah. Like I had said in the past, my dad had retired as a professional mate, and he has set 2 world records as a mate and marlin fishing, just as the mate. And for 30 years he did that. And I got to tell you what, I know all about the boats. And, those sport fishing boats are shining like Corvettes. When they come in, they are cleaned up. But you're right. At other docks, you see an older boat sitting there, and you're like, how sad, man.
Yeah.
I just can't take it,
Yeah, has a for sale sign on it, or,
Yeah.
I mean, if you're paying for the slip, you would think that if it's a mechanical thing, they'd get that fixed because you're paying for the slip, for God's sakes. But,
Yeah.
it is what it is. I always just feel bad about it. But Anyway, let's see here. Wednesday, we're going to do the replay of Brooke, and then Friday, we're going to be doing some interviews down at the St. Pete Bow Show. Pretty excited about that to take the network there. And Brian Burns already had that set up. He's got a booth set up and going to be talking to lots of people. That's a pretty big shindig down there for the St. Pete Bow Show.
Oh yeah, I tell you what, it's great. In earlier days, you and I would have been there, but now we're network people. Maybe we're just getting older, and we'll just have other people go out there. We'll just call them the street team, but actually, Dockside Live Radio is part of the network.
Sure.
But in terrestrial radio, they have the young kids come in, they do the street team, they go out there, they host live shows and all that. And I think we're at the point where we're kind of beyond that. We work it a little bit differently. We may be getting a little older, but we're just doing it differently. That's all.
Well, I'm going to see about the boat show here that's coming in February in Chattanooga. I may very well, if I can set up a tent, I've got plenty of Tiki Man Radio tents in here. I can set it up and tell everybody about the Coastal Americana Radio Network. I need to get a banner and set that up and, some information, to give out and all that good stuff. But if we can get a press pass and do that, I'm going to check into it and find out.
Well, not only could we use a boat, but you just said something when you said banner, and I said Coastal Americana Radio Band. Maybe we can get some musicians together, create a band, and just call them the Coastal Americana Radio Band. That would be cool.
Some of these guys will travel 750 miles in a car to get paid $50. So I'm trying to look past that a little bit. I don't know if we need to get the band together or not, but nobody wants to pay the band.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, that's a tough gig because like Jimmy Parrish and all the other artists that did the house concerts, man, that's what, like Jimmy, one day he's in Georgia and the next day he's out in Alaska. I'm like, this is crazy, man.
Yeah.
But that's what they do.
Well, the funniest thing that happened with me and Jimmy was we went up to Canada to Verona Corona's summer party. And that's a long, drawn-out story we don't have a lot of time to go into. But Jimmy had never been out of the country, never been to Canada. I'd never been to Canada. The hippie chick never been to Canada. I had been to Canada, but, I don't really consider the Niagara Falls side of Canada, Canada. We used to have meetings in Buffalo and we'd go across into Canada because you could do to the casinos on that other side. But anyway, I guess you could say I'd been there, but we'd never been that far up to Verona Corona's house, that's for sure. But it was it's a funny story about, Jimmy and I didn't have, we only had shorts and flip-flops. It was supposed to be in the summertime. Got cold that night. Hell, Jimmy had to build a fire. At one point, he was starving to death, and he found some food in a freezer, and we cooked it. And it's a funny story. There's a picture of Jimmy and I at the airport as we were leaving, and I'm like, 10 years from now, we'll be wondering, we'll be looking back on this moment like, man, what was that an experience?
Wow. And you guys didn't get arrested?
No, we did not. We stayed at Verona Corona's place, and she, we had the Maple Reefers, which is the band and the local Pearhead Club up there. They were there, and they were raising money for the Pearhead Club, and Jimmy was playing, and we were broadcasting from Canada, so it was pretty cool.
Wow. I wish I could have been there for that. The three of us there, that would have been a hoot.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Vacation probation to the max.
Yeah, and then when Jimmy was here, we were talking about, he does his event every year for all of his fans, and he wanted to go. He was really interested in Costa Rica since we just got back from Costa Rica, and I'm like, yeah, man, I'll hook you up with Joe, and Joe can give you all the information, and you can have your event down there. And sure enough, he's going down to Costa Rica.
No kid.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, that Joe was something. I hear you talk about him all the time. I'm thinking, we're making any plans. I'm calling him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Please, for God's sakes, it's always, people tell me, man, we're going to Europe and we're doing this, we're doing that. I'm like, well, did you call Joe? Well, no, I didn't call. Well, what the hell's wrong with you? I mean, You know, people don't listen. You know, sometimes you got to look at people like, I need you to listen to me with your ears.
That's right. And you got to tell them, words are important.
Yeah,
words
are important.
You got to listen.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to read.
You got to reach out to Joe at 732-831-5200. And we're still trying to get people, trying to get this deal for the Bahamas set. And we're running out of time. I think we got about another week and a half here before we have to make a decision on that. So if you want to go to the Bahamas, go over to TikiManRadio.com and click on the Escape to Paradise. Be our 5th year of doing that. All-inclusive resort, adults only at Paradise Island down in the Bahamas. Come along and have some fun with us.
Man, it's adults only. I'm out. They won't let me in.
They won't let you in. There's probably a banner somewhere or something with your picture on it, a wanted poster or something.
Yeah, there's some stuff going around.
Oh, Lord. Anyway.
But, yeah, you got to give them a call, man. No doubt about it. And, yeah, I tell you what, call the network exec. See if you can get a few of those guys to show up.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah. What's you got your show tomorrow, Western Maryland Radio. What time is that?
Actually, I will be off the air tomorrow for a previously scheduled appointment.
That's
so
right.
I will not be broadcasting. But you can tune in live at WMDRradio.com. And the music is streaming. The ads are rolling. Kick back, relax, and enjoy. Enjoy your lunch. It's called the Lunchtime Special.
There you go. And that's normally, what, 12 to 2?
12 to 2. Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. And so let's see, tomorrow, then we'll be back on Wednesday here. And then I guess you'll be back doing that show Thursday, right? Yep. And then we'll be back here Friday, closing out another week here. So let's see what Ed the Train Man is saying here. Hey, guys, need to come join us here the second. Yeah, he's pointing that out. So the Ed the Train Man is coming up tonight on Tiki Man Radio. Let me see if I've got his. I was just seeing if you were listening there, Ed. Where is? Let me see if I can.
Party.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it in here. That's another thing. Once you get all these shows in here, if you're doing video, here we go. Get on the Peace Train with Ed the Train Man and his conductors every Monday starting at 6 p.m. Eastern Island Time right here on Tiki Man Radio. Ed and Pat and the conductors bring in local artists from around the Indiana area, have live interviews. The train leaves at 6 p.m. Eastern Island Time live on Tiki Man Radio. Come over and join the fun. There you go, Ed. That ought to make him happy.
Yeah.
You know, got to keep him happy. And so, yeah, make sure you check out Ed the Train Man tonight, 6 p.m., and all the conductors and all the grandkids and all that stuff. They had a great time, and we were trying to get him to do video, but he's a little nervous about it.
Yeah, I listened to him the other night, and my girlfriend walked by the studio, and she said, "Are you having a party in there or something?" And I had him cranked up, man. They were going nuts. So be sure to tune in. It's always a good time.
Yeah, he's got lots of microphones, apparently. So there's a lot of them in the room. But all right, Johnny, I appreciate you. Let me see here. Let me go back over here. Yeah, there we go. Appreciate you being with us. I appreciate everybody stopping by. If you hadn't hit that like button, please do so. That helps us out tremendously. And but it's about time for us to get on out of here and let you get on with your day. Make sure you check out the St. Pete Boat Show this week, and we'll be doing some interviews down there. And Brian Burns with Dockside Live Radio will be down there as well. So have a fantastic day, everybody. Thank you so much for being a part of Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B.
We'll see you, everybody. Have a great day.